This is Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. So, here I am echoing and coming out of the live stream, but at least I know that that audio is going out there. So, should be just radio audio as well on the YouTube, and of course on the TikTok, it's full audio of the chat, etc. So, I've got GW5 of D.R.G, he's keyed up there. While the live stream has been running, so you're automatically in the log at number 2. We're not going to be getting there with the Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa, and apologies have been sent. He suffered with his kidneys last weekend. He's in the rehab section of the hospital, which is, and he's doing well. I've spoken to him via Facebook. So if you'd like to be number 3 into the log, go ahead with your call sign, name and location for the Saturday Ragchew Net.
G0, Robert Cambridge.
Yeah, got you there, Rob. Thanks very much in the log. So, if you'd like to be number 4 into the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, okay, nothing heard there. And of course, yeah, normally it's D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers, but of course Mike was already sent the apologies. I've not seen a chat come up from him on the YouTube yet. So of course, yeah, pretty much he might be watching if the chance for him to remember. So we're going to go over to GW5VOG, Steve, first in the list there, and then round to Rod, and then we'll call and see if anyone else wants to join us on the Saturday Ragchew Net. Over to you there, Steve. Mike 7.
GW5VOG, good evening, Chris, good evening, Rod. Sorry to hear about Michael. I'm glad to hear he seems to be getting better. So it's the Two Musketeers and D'Artagnan. Yeah, so we didn't have a net last week, as everyone will remember. And actually, I just wanted to say thank you. You did me a big favour. Because I went to London for 3 days on Sunday morning. And I haven't done any packing or anything, so it did me a good turn. You had an extra hour and a half to pack my stuff, or yeah, hour and a half. And also, weirdly, my main hotspot that I use, which I'm speaking through now, didn't appear to be working properly. So on the next round, I'll ask your advice on that. It's working now, obviously, so all's well ends as well. But it was very, very strange, so I'll ask you on the next over. So, yeah, back to you then, Chris, M7CCS from GW5VOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, okay then, thanks very much, Steve, and yeah, did you do a favour by no net last week? All good there. So we go around to Rod G0EZ. I've got to say thank you to you publicly for those hard drives. And of course, yeah, I just realised that I haven't actually got the picture on the live stream. So yeah, I've got the both hang box, I've got the drives, and of course I have the piece of paper with the wrong address on there. Right to you there, Rod G0EZ.
G0EZ. yeah, that's my call, that. But, yeah, so I thought, I thought it might be G13. It must be GL3. So I didn't get that at all. So there's no wonder I didn't get that. Well, never mind. Don't know it. Yeah, started to hear Michael's not so good. So that's been a week, hasn't it? Yeah, I thought there's not been a lot on Facebook from him either. So what a shame. But it's been another very hot day down here on the East Coast. Well, I'm over here the coast, but on the east side. Very, very hot indeed. My laptop's just shut down. I've actually not finished the tea yet. It's a bit delayed. But no problem. But the trouble is with being on YSX, obviously I can't take it with me while I get finished. So I'm going to have to take a break. If hopefully somebody comes in, I'm going to take a break and make my coffee. So we shall see. So yeah, back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0EZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. I was just reading the YouTube there as well, so everyone's listening. So there is a place for her in the log, and it's a location on YouTube. So of course we put it on her into the log listening. It's, and of course, yeah, thanks again for all those hard drives, Rob. We'll see if anyone else does want to join us. If you'd like to join us on Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Mike 7, November, this is Nathan from Liverpool. Yeah, Mike 7, November, Delta November, I think it is. And of course, yeah, Liverpool. Of course, D.R.G get the personal, as I really wasn't expecting it, but I think you are watching on the TikTok. Yeah, M7NBN. Yeah, over to you there. Like 7 November, November 10, yeah, so that is me on the live there. I was just sort of scanning through TikTok and looking at a youth weekend, so I'll look for like next to the Saturday night, enjoying it and stuff like that. Currently got everything around me, I've got no access to like YSF-CQNW at the moment, so I'll have to come through Echolink for the moment. Not the DMR alpha, I couldn't seem to figure out the DMR channel for it on brand nice vertical, wasn't it? I don't think it was helpful. I just want to tune in and get involved and say hi to you. So, yeah, this is Nathan and yeah. Yeah, I'm located in Nathan, and of course, yeah, now we're for the location, Liverpool, and of course, yeah, using the Echolink MB6, no it's not, MB6PG, and I just realised that the audio levels on YouTube are very high when I'm talking, so I just moved those back as well, yeah, sorted that out. Yeah, good to have you there, Nathan, in Liverpool, M7 NGN. Yeah, I just realised why it wouldn't let me put your details in, because I've already got you in the TikTok, as well. Yeah, we'll give you double, on there, because you're on TikTok as well. Is there anybody else who would like to check in for the Saturday Ragchew Net? If you would, go ahead with your call sign and name and location. This is Mike 7, Sierra, returning for CQNW, and on a GoFrame 85R Mini. So I'm going to try and get both lights through that. GoFrame 85R Mini, I've talked on, and in my alternative, which is not in shop, but of course, yeah, coming through the network, and of course, yeah, report welcome that I was gifted this radio by someone on TikTok the last time I did a Ragchew Net, and of course, yeah, didn't do one last week, and then it arrived this week, so of course, yeah, programmed for the next 5 minutes. I'm going into the ALLSTAR node, yeah, it's near a time, yeah, all your reports, welcome. So we go over to Steve, GW5, DOG, number 1 in the list.
GW5 DOG returning, thank you, Chris. Good evening to Nathan in Liverpool. Now, at the moment, Nathan, I'm the only person in Wales on the WALES-WDRG net, but actually, I'm an Englishman. I was born in Liverpool, in Broad Green Hospital, and lived for 8 years in Speak. Speak. And it wasn't as rough in those days as it possibly is now. I don't know, it might have been cleaned up now, and I'm a bit out of touch. Anyway, This is my father worked for BEA at Speak Airport. And in, I think, about 1959, BEA moved their engineering base to Ringway, Manchester Airport. And so we all moved to Manchester. And I lived there until I was 21, and, well, a bit older than that. I was about 23, and then moved down to the north, which is just outside Cardiff in South Wales, where my wife's from, and lived here ever since. I'm just about finding my way around now. So yeah, another skeleton to welcome you. Yeah, Chris, I was going to ask you about the fault on the hotspot. The hotspot appeared to be working okay, but the dashboard was there, but it wouldn't update and it wasn't showing any details. But if you restarted it, it came back on with the right time and everything, but still wouldn't update or show any details. So I wonder if you have any idea what that might be. Anyway, as I said, I went to London on Sunday morning and didn't get back till Tuesday night, and obviously it turned everything off. And anyway, reconnected it on Wednesday morning and it was working perfectly, so I don't know what I did to it. Anyway, so back to you, Chris. M7CCS and W.D.R.G.
Yeah, Mike, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there, Steve. And the only thing I can think that would cause that is the heat waves that we have. So, yeah, you've got to take that factor into account. And, of course, yeah, my gateway, it's got a fan that hits it every time it transmits, so that keeps it cool. Of course, the hat is going to get hot and reflect that heat down onto the pie. So, that's one of the factors, is hot weather. The other thing that could be, is it actually giving you a message like, unsecure content or something like that? Because of course, yeah, go into site settings, change it, allow unsecure content, you'll be able to get your dashboard back again. If I can't get into the dashboard, but I know the IP address, I normally type the IP address, then the colon, and then 4 twos, and then log in to there with the credentials, YSF and Raspberry, and then do the pseudo YSF update. If it is normal variant YSF, if it's WPSD, it's pseudo WPSD pseudo WPSD update all. Well, I might have got that one wrong because I'm thinking off the top of my head of it. So, yeah, we're going to rain through Rod at 20 EZ, rain to you there, Rod. And, yeah, I think your YSX is, yeah, holding up and it is working for you. Over to you there, Rod. You're going to tell me you're on a hotspot, eh?
G0 EZ, back to the group. No, I'm definitely YSX. Yeah, we had a lot of power cuts yesterday. It was really neat. We had about, I don't know, 4 or 5 during the early afternoon. And most of my house was written out and it wouldn't come back up. But the evening ringer, it appeared to come back up all right. But I noticed today that it appeared that I was transmitting on a regular basis, but there was no call sign. It was just the my ID number over and over again, and everybody else's was ID numbers. No call signs at all. So I've actually turned that off and let it reset itself. the normal hotspot plus DMR is 2.5, and the Fusion Northwest, CQNW. It appears to be working, but I don't know. So yeah, we're doing alright. So yeah, Nathan, good evening to you. I didn't get you first of all because I was after nip into the kitchen. I saw him sorting on the wall. I need to make a cup of coffee, but I'll do that next time. So unfortunately, I'm going to miss yours again. So M7CCS G0, he is it.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there, Rob. And of course, yeah, I think that's, what I was explaining in the hat getting hot, and of course the high, and the heat's just reflecting into both there isn't a fan. I think the DVD thing has got a fan in it. So, yeah, my WiresX, it is in a box, the radio is in a box as well, but it has a fan. And it has it's like the run effect you've got in this LP thing, and going through like a wind tunnel, and so of course, yeah, that keeps it nice and cool. And then of course, the gateway MB6PG-L, which I'm pointing to, which, yeah, that gateway there, it's basically DMR radio with OpenG77 on. And of course, yeah, that is the gateway. But it's got fun on the back of it because the mobile rig anyway, so that's in. And it keeps going if it's too hot, irregularly, properly. So, right, we will go right to next in my list of wireless dog, but yeah, it is next to my list. M7NDN. It is Nathan in Liverpool. Running to you there. M7CCS, which is M7NDN. Yeah, I've got a couple of issues with my hotspot. Mine's not YSX or anything, but I'm running a oh gosh, I can't even run. I'm running a WPSD dashboard. I've been running at about 60 degrees, that's about 3 days at the moment. I'm not sure what's up with it. Usually, I just reboot it. I've noticed as well, I can't remember the whole time, I apologise, but I've noticed with the DMR IDs actually popping up in certain call signs. I've had so many issues with it lately, but I think I have to upgrade mine or change it, to be honest. I'm just getting so many issues, so I've done an update recently, but it doesn't seem to fix anything. But yeah, it's just one of them, I think. It happens. It's not the most effective tech, I guess, but yeah, it's doing alright. Unfortunately, I haven't got YSX1, so I have to get onto this tonight, so I haven't seen my laptop and the phone inside of me, so apologies if it seems a little bit weird to me coming through on both TikTok and Echolink there, but yeah, just thought I'd join in and sort of get involved. So I'll pass this back to you. M7CCS, this is M7NDN. Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, of course, yeah, that's what the TikTok bit's for, really. And of course, yeah, there's a live stream, mate. It's showing the radio track. It pretty much shows the YouTube as well. If you try to call sign into YouTube, of course, you will see there's a live stream going there as well. There's a few more graphics and whatever. But the main machine which I'm pointing to down there, the main machine, that went down. But Rod has donated some hard drives, so that one will be up and running, and I will be able to use TikTok Studio and have a webcam and get basically turn it sideways and get all the graphics and everything like that into Q5. So at the moment it's just an iPad over there, and I can pretty much, yeah, I look over and stream the eyes to see the comments and things. I can see the hearts of the screens doubled up, I can see any GIFs, if they go up. But, yeah, I can't see any comments. Of course, if it looks like a comment, then I pretty much will squint and try and come to the screen on my scroll back during some overs as well. Thanks very much there, Nathan. So, we're going to see if anyone else would like to join us on the Saturday Ragchew Net. And of course, yeah, if you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over. Yeah, Mike, Kilo, Victor, Juliet, Portable. The name's Dave, I'm down in Devon. Started in my house, not on the back road. Yeah, Mike, 7, Charlie Hero. The front of your over, we've got Dave down in Devon, but I didn't get the call sign, so if you wait a second after pressing the PTC, then say the call sign, I will probably get it. But I will be Dave down in Devon for now, but yeah, if you just want to go ahead with the call sign again. Mike 8, Kilo, Victor, Juliet, 4. Yeah, I got it that time there, Dave. Mike 8, Kilo, Victor, Juliet. Yeah, got you in the log, and heard it that time. It might have been something on the network, but of course, yeah, we got a little gremlins, we just ask again. Yeah, that's all good. So M7 EMH is listening, so I will get in the log as listening now. Because he's messaging outside. Yeah, if I do see any call signs over that side, I'm pointing there now. Of course, yeah, the call signs, etc. So yeah, that's nice, put a booth over there. If I see any, then I will try and get them added to the log. But if anyone else who would like to join in with the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over. Okay, that's been heard. Yeah, 30 to go is 7-3. Yeah, I've done that as well. Yeah, passing messages there at the same time. But of course, yeah, school closures has been a thing this week. Oh, and, yeah, somebody resigning. But, of course, yeah, we've not got any of our American friends on at the moment. But, yeah, somebody resigning, they normally know about it before we do, quite. But we will go around to, well, of course, yeah, on the heat wave side of things, yeah, on the heat wave side of things, pretty much all the schools in Gloucestershire were closed. But Connor's, on the other hand, was open, and she runs the after school club. So if they can't go and take the children, they're at work, Connor has to look after them. So yeah, she's had a very tiring week. With, yeah, reception keeps falling asleep on her, which basically means, yeah, that the heat is generating more as well, doesn't it? We will do arrange to see GW5, CUSG.
GW5 ESG returning. Thank you, Chris. Good evening today, Northbound Sophie, who may have gone now, but was listening. Yeah, coming back to the hotspot, yeah, I think you're probably right about the heat. It would fit in. I did think, actually, it was playing up on Saturday, and that wasn't the hottest day. I think the next few days were hotter, but it did cross my mind that it might be the heat. Because I think I can remember you saying about getting hot and causing problems in the past. It wasn't that I couldn't access the dashboard. I could access it. I could switch to admin and choose all the different things. I could even change some of the parameters, because I noticed that the thing that says network status, I had DMR on, and that was red, whereas everything else was green. So I thought maybe there's something wrong with that. So I actually needed to turn that off, and it worked and reset up. But it just wouldn't show any traffic on there, any call signs, and show me transmitting. Now, as I said, I think it was working, and I could transmit, because the echo test came back okay. And, of course, then, so with there not being a net, I didn't pursue it any further, if you know what I mean, whether it actually was working or not. So I just left it and went and packed it. Okay. So there we are. Anyway, back to you then, Chris M7CCS and W.D.R.G.
Okay, like 7 and Sierra. Well, the first part mover was slightly laggy, and then the longer it went on, it kind of stayed stable. But yeah, the easiest way to explain it, and I explain it anywhere I couldn't have a pipe for a live stream as well. But yeah, the easiest way to explain it is, of course, yeah, you've got a Raspberry Pi, and of course it's got the little chip on the top. So yeah, that's the poly hat. And then of course you've got that on top, and there's a little chip underneath that, which is your processing chip, which is the processor which is doing the dashboard and everything. And what doesn't help is the SD cards, 9 times out of 10, are jet black, well, matte black. So, of course, that's another huge factor, as well. But, yeah, like I said, I've had heat waves, when I was in Wales, and of course, while I've been in Gloucestershire, and, yeah, there is, I don't have one, oh, I do have one lying around. So this one hasn't got the controller on, but you can buy these, and they are called a shim fan. It's called a shim fan. And it will go on the GPIO pins, and then put the hat on top, and then that's the cooling fan between the two. So that's something that I've used on the Pi2s, whatever Pis you use, and of course, yeah, that little fan, because it's got the little shim for the GPIO pins, and of course, yeah, the shim for the GPIO pins, it will work, and of course, there you can write some little fan controller software in, but you don't have to. It will just run on full tilt if you don't write the controller software in. So it will be doing its test to keep it cool. So that's the best option for keeping hotspots cool in the heat wave. And of course, yeah, I've had a few go warm. And so, of course, the actual one down here does have a little fan on it, and a fan shim on there as well. So that's keeping that little Raspberry Pi 2 cool. But it's all good. So, we will carry on. Even when you go around to Ragchew Net before I end up with a time out myself, because I haven't got one to press. Over to you there.
G0 you send back to the group. Right, I found out. I've got my coffee and a glass of wine, so I'm set now for the rest of the evening. So it's, yeah, still a lot of people on the main streets outside. So, it's still hot. There's no sign of it cooling down at all. And, I've got a fan in this room. And another one in the other room, so it's trying to keep the dogs in, really. But, there we go. So yeah, I'm not surprised it's a heat problem. Because to be honest, the DV Mega just hasn't been used. It's actually a Pi 2, I think, in there. And a screen, 2.8 screen. But yeah, it's been alright, really. I've had so much trouble with the DMR. I don't know why, what happened, what I did. So it's obviously not a new one. But the DV Mega was actually working. Not last week, the week before, because I'm not sure whether I spoke to you, Chris, or something, it might have been something. You know, it was working fine, so what's happened since, I don't know. Well, the WiresX is still working, so I'll stick to that. Quite happy with that. And, but it does mean that if that goes down, I've got to disconnect the FD5 and put it on CQNorthwest. So, we'll see. So, yeah, coffee with it and also, well, no, I want a slow coffee. So back to you, Chris. Oh, good evening today, M7CCS, D0, user.
Yeah, well, the WiresX has got a little fan in the back of it, it goes on its own. And so, yeah, that's all good. But, yeah, that's the thing. I think we've all been through the stage where they overheat at one time or another. And, yeah, I did show it on the live stream that you can buy them. And they called a shim fan. I was talking on the radio at the time as well, just before I was on the night, but they called a shim fan. And by putting one of them on the GPIO pins, then you've got to make sure you have got a good stable power supply. And then finally got to run it full tilt and keep it nice and cool. So yeah, that's pretty a good way to do it. The other way is you can buy a kit with a fan. It's how you do it in. There's a shim, it just goes in. But if you've got one of those, I forgot what it is, heating on top of the chip, yeah, the shim might be a little bit close to it. But you can get GPIO extenders as well, but it's, yeah, like a monster in it that then, and it's not so much in the case of it. But my Pi that I'm running for the gateway, it's not in a case, it's screwed down to the desk, and then it's got some standoffs, and it's on the standoffs, and all the air circulates around it. It's not in a place where the direct sun comes in and beams on it, either, and it's not in a place that's hot. I just touch the table underneath, it's cold, and all around it, yeah, it's not all that warm. I have got in, I did actually bring it up. I wanted to see what temperature mine was running at, of course, when Nathan mentioned it. So, yeah, I'll take on resistant info, and we are at 120 Fahrenheit, 49 C. That was with no fan on it. But of course, yeah, you've not got hat on the top deflecting heat, so the screen deflects heat down, and of course the processor chips, and that's why it's struggling with the actual really, is the processing, it can't process because that chip's too hot. So we will now go round to G0. Use that. I hope I'm not wrong. But yeah, I'm sure it's G0 you use it.
G0 user, no, I've just been crashed.
So it's really tiny, and then it was just thought to myself, hang on, he's just dead. I don't think it's right. Hi. So, yeah, we will go around to M7NDN. Well, of course, a bit of a mess up, just giving a chance for him to actually get to the radio because the TikTok is delayed. So he knows he's going over something now. So M7NDN, over to you there, Nathan, via the Echolink. Okay, so nothing heard that, so I will move it on to M8KJG, Dave down in Devon. Yeah, okay, M7CCS, M8KVJ is the nursery. Okay, well, I made this one final anyway, yeah, all looking good here. For those who are interested, in lightning data, there's an app on your phone you get and on the computer as well. It's called Blitzautumn, and it tracks lightning strikes. And I was just looking at the news here. And the only reason I brought that up is because Gatwick and Heathrow are suspended flights due to lightning. So that's that. But rather sad in Venezuela, 50,000 people are missing at the moment. So they got a handful of those earthquakes. Luckily, we don't really suffer anything like that down over here. So, but anyway, I must go, and I'll leave it with you. Thanks for having me on the net down here in Devon, and I probably not so good today, so I'm running a handy portable from one end of the house to the gateway at the other end of the house, which is MB6PG-L, one of the earliest fusion gateways there were. So there you are. Alright, I'll leave it with you. Thanks for letting me in, and we'll probably catch you again, no doubt, maybe in the car or in the tractor. I think the last time I spoke, I was in the tractor working. So this will be a short one, and thank you very much. M7CCS, KVJ. Charlie Sierra, thanks very much, Dave. And of course, yeah, you were definitely on the tractor last time. It wasn't last week, it was the week before. So yeah, good to have you here on the net. And I will make sure that I get it all updated so that you got your name and everything when I'm charging the call sign to my log. And that's for next week. So that's all good. So, yeah, the M7 makes it in U5G was listening on TikTok. So we can see if anyone else would like to check in to the Saturday Ragchew Net. Go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over. AK3, like Juliet Radio. Good evening, Chris, and good evening to the group. Thanks for wondering what's going over there, those who don't know. And location Melbourne, Australia. Chris, been listening there, and with the ID numbers coming up with their call signs, yeah, normally that's happened to me a couple of times, and yeah, admin needs to do an upgrade update. That normally fixes just a little error that way. But there's another station there that was having troubles getting into his hotspot, or it wasn't working or something. He did say that on DMR he did have to red DMR,
That's normally just the ID, your ID number and that there. But if he just goes through, redoes the ID numbers and these passwords and that, and do an upgrade, an update, normally fixes them. Chris M7CCS, okay, straight into the grid. Charlie Sierra, VK3 and JR. Thanks very much, sir. And of course, yeah, why aren't you in bed? Hi. And for everyone, not in bed, of course, yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, yeah, just 4 and 3 actually. And so if you want to stick around. And but of course, yeah, that's the thing. But of course, you've been probably been talking with Mark in the week, and he's probably been telling you that the experiencing heat waves and things as well. So of course, yeah, the people that were having the problems, and then when they were getting their dashboards, because they've been struggling to get the dashboard, but when they were getting the dashboard, they've actually found out that the temperature has been extremely high. So that's why I was saying about putting the sim file on there and that, and so when we got the heat wave and everything. But yeah, good to hear us, and yeah, maybe we can get a pack now. It comes there. I'm only joking. So if anyone else would like to join us Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over. Okay, nothing heard. Yeah, Ryan is extremely late though. There's been another time change, or I'm experiencing the heat wave over there as well. We're finding out. But first, we're going to go up to Steve GW5VOG over to you in Sonata Vale for that morning. So I'll say the locations so everyone knows not that it means anything. But it'll probably still out of it anyway. So it's I think it's late and he's probably gone and turn the radio on and he's in sleep. So GW5VOG over to you there, Steve. GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Good evening to Ron in Melbourne, I think you said. I don't think we're going to heat wave, we'll never know, because isn't it your winter at the moment? So, yeah, but we are, and we're not used to it. All our infrastructure is crumbling. Yes, I was saying, I went to London on Sunday morning. We stayed Sunday night, and then I came back late Tuesday. Fortunately, we stayed in a hotel on Sunday night in North London, and it had very good air conditioning, so lovely and cool. It was extremely hot in London. It's the hottest in the UK, and it's not nice being in the big city when it's really roasting hot and that sort of thing. Anyway, we had a good time, saw both of my sons. We went to see my eldest son on Sunday night. Then took him shopping on Monday morning. We went to a garden centre in Alexandra Palace, where the old TV transmitter is, and then we drove to Richmond, where my other son lives, and took my eldest son with us, and so we all got together in my other son's house. Now, the reason why we went, he just had a big extension on the back of his house. It had just been finished, so we hadn't seen it, so we went down there to see it. So really, really nice, beautiful, modern, big kitchen, island in
the middle, that sort of thing. And had a good time there, and we had a barbecue outside. And later that night, there was a tremendous thunderstorm, and it absolutely battered down with rain for quite a while, about an hour or so, the thunder and lightning. Anyway, I got up to go to the loo at 7 in the morning, and there was a huge puddle of water in the bedroom where we were staying. Go downstairs, and there was a massive puddle of water in the new extension, believe it or not. So I'm seeing a bit of time out in a minute. I'll carry on. To you, Chris M7CCS from W.D.R.G. Sorry, Sierra, yeah, you did do it slightly, mate, but I haven't got a time, mate, on the new live stream yet. But, of course, yeah, everything that's on the new live stream, well, I'm hoping that I can get everything from the old live stream to work again. But it does work pretty well with the camera, or, this one's starting to build now, and it does work. So, yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it in that sense, but, yeah, we'll try and use the big machine now to reshare it again to do the TikTok one. So it's a full virtual interface for me on the TikTok as well, so that'll look a bit better. But yeah, over the top of the head system. So we go around to G0EZ, round to you there, Rob. And yeah, I didn't get any audio reports on my ALLSTAR, so I'm going to drop the key and then I'm going to flip back around to you. Charlie Sierra coming on the boat finding MP5R mini that was tasted today for the ALLSTAR who using pretty much all onto the system. So yeah, together G0EZ. And yeah, anyone listening, if the audio reports, I know that the audio is probably low, it's probably saying a little bit different. But yeah, as long as it's clear and everyone can hear me well, that's all good. But I'm listening to myself back on the DMR radio, and it doesn't sound all that bad, to be honest. So we've arranged for G0EZ.
G0EZ. Well, it sounds really good, Chris. Like I said, it's just a bit lower than you are on the other radio, but it sounds lovely and clear. So, yeah, no problem at all, and that's ALLSTAR, right? I haven't used ALLSTAR for a long time. So, yeah, brilliant. What else was there? Yeah, Nathan's gone, that's okay. Dave's going, so we'll leave it to Nathan. Dave, sorry, we'll catch you again sometime. Now, next week, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be here next week. My daughter's going to barbecue, so I'll be around there all afternoon and early evening. So, but there is a possibility we might finish early, depending on the weather. So, maybe there, but don't count on it. So, Michael's not back with us, but it will just be you and Steve, which is a quick one. So, right, what else was there? I don't think there was anything else, really. I don't know. You go for a spoon. No, you're still there. I can see it in the corner. So, yeah, we'll call it quits there. I'll pass it back to you, Chris. M7CCS, G0EZ.
like 7 Sierra, well, thanks very much to Roger, of course, the end call sign didn't come up, because I've got a cqnorthwest, so it usually got the end call sign, but, yeah, it works pretty well. So, yeah, in the end, yeah, the TV, hit the wrong way, so, we will, put 7-3, on the radio side of where you could get it on the TikTok. So, yeah, M8K is April, so, yeah, we'll go rank to the 3, and they are wrong. MB7, Charlie Sierra, CK3, MJR, and the group. The ALLSTAR sounds a little higher to me. It's nowhere near as clear as the DMR. It's a little bit low, and yeah, it's analog coming through. Yeah, if you listen to them that way, there's quite a difference in it. But it's still readable. It is still readable, Chris. So no issues, no problems with that there. But yeah, but otherwise, it's yeah. The heat wave that you guys are getting, when you get 35, 36, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it doesn't happen all that often. And yeah, hot. I think the easiest way really to run your hotspots is to get a 4-inch speaker fan and wire it into to the hotspot. You either plug it in on the power off the on the hotspot, or you can direct solder to pin 1 and pin 3 on the board, and yeah, it just runs the fan all the time. I've got fans on mine, and yeah, when it's 45 degrees, yeah, I have no problems with that again. The house is nowhere near 45 degrees anyway, because of the AC. Well, it's totally different. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of places over there that are not geared up with AC. Very few have AC, but yeah, we get both ways. We get the hot and the cold. So we have central heating as well as the AC. But it all helps. Anyway, I'm starting to run out of time here, and yeah, it's just about 5:30 in the morning over this way, Chris. I'll put it back to you before I time out, mate, over. Anyway, Charlie, well, thanks very much there, Rob. And so, with anybody else that want to join us, if you would, go ahead and give me a call, sign, name and location, and over. Okay, nothing heard. So we will go rank TGIF with DRG. I wouldn't expect you to start signing up, would be great. And, but of course, yeah, it's another 4 minutes. And of course, yeah, we're not providing the link there. It's thinking of connecting to us. And I'm just, yeah, using the link there. And with the also, overview that the G35 of COG.
GW5 DRG today, thank you, Chris. Yeah, sorry we forgot to give you your audio reports. I agree with the others that you've had. It's slightly lower level, a little bit muffled, bassy, but perfectly readable. Yeah, I can understand everything you said. And yeah, that's coincidence, because yesterday I was looking at the prices of Bofang. You can get two types of minis now, can't you? There's the first one that came out was the UV5R mini, and they've got a different version now, which is the Mini 5. Apparently they're virtually identical. I think the airband reception is better on the new one. So we don't, not really interested in airband, it's better to build on because you can keep it. So I was almost ordering one, but I thought, no, I've got 6 handheld radios, why do I want one? I get like that, and then I change my mind again. So I didn't actually press the button and buy it. So interesting that you should have one today that you've got new. They did have very good reports when they first came out, and somebody in my local radio club bought one, and he was really pleased with it. So very good, and they being both finding it very, very reasonably priced, aren't they? So that's good. Anyway, so I got timed out. I was finished the story. So the house is like 2 stories, and then they've got 2 rooms, like a small bathroom and a spare bedroom up on the 3rd floor. And it appeared that water had come through an open window and then gone down through the other 2 levels and came through the new kitchen extension down a light cord, past the light and onto the floor. So they had a sort of 3-foot wide puddle of water on the floor. I did a bit of time out again, so
you're going to try out again now, Steve. You did. And like 7 with Charlie Sierra. And, yeah, even though I might not be in view, I'm in view of the other live stream. And, of course, yeah, I have this lovely extendable mic on the big radio. So, yeah, on the FTM200, I have the lovely extendable mic, which, yeah, probably done the audio because I moved it away from the mouth. So I can, yeah, I very much walk around the sacrifice doing on the radio. So one thing I don't like, I like having my big antenna when I'm on 2 meters, my big antenna, but I like the mobility of a handheld. So having the longer wire, yeah, and you wouldn't pull out the radio, it's onto a bungee so it wouldn't pull. And yeah, I can walk around the shack. So it's all good there. So next we're going to go around to G0 EZ. I tried to go around to him twice today last time, but of course, yeah, normally I miss you, don't I? Well, Steve, I have missed people beforehand, and yeah, it is easily done. Over to you then, Ross. G0 EZ.
G0 EZ, actually. It's no problem, Chris. Doing a sterling job as usual. So, yeah, no, I think that radio sounded alright. Considering it was going via ALLSTAR, which was, like I said, via Echolink. So, yeah, fine job. So, yeah, that's a bit of unfortunate thing with the window left open, yeah. But, it's annoying, man. You know, when you can blame somebody else for a leak through a roof or something, when you've left the window on. And it must have been a good old rainfall to come through like that. So yeah, we have had some rain over the last week, but nothing major. When it does rain, it rains for a couple of minutes and that's it. So no worries. My big trouble has been walking the dog. I walk him between 8 to 9 in the morning and that's it. He has to stop there till 6. I give him a quick one. Where I go, around about 6, I can walk him in the shade all the way around the pond. And then before I go to bed at 10 o'clock, I take him for a quick walk up the road to the green, so, you know, right. Yeah, last weekend we had a, what they call a Fen Age Festival here in Cobham. And that was every 2 years. And it's a brilliant event, really, for free. And I actually volunteered this year as a steward. And I did 2 things, Saturday and Sunday. I did 12 till 2. And that was good timing then to go to the bar. And I watched the acts on one of the stages, so it was okay. The music, unfortunately, is not my kind of music, but the beer certainly was. So there we go. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS, do you use it?
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there, Rob. So next we will go around to Ron, VK3 MJR. And yeah, I was doing some other things, Christopher's new job hand model. Oh right, that's me moving the hands around and things. Yeah, my new job as a hand model. And that's going from YouTube there. But yeah, I need to put a model like that. And yes, I'm really joking. Frequency, there is no frequency. It's whatever your hotspot is. Local read a gateway. Go to www.WDRG.uk/network or cqnorthwest.uk. And there's a list on both the two networks joined together at the moment. How did you get in? So, right, we will go right to Rod, VK3 NJR. You don't need to know that bit, but of course my audio goes over to YouTube as well, so, yeah, that's why I have to say it on the radio. Over to you now, Rod.
M7 Charlie Sierra, VK3 NJR, you go ahead. Yeah, Chris, yeah. No, everything's, you know, there, yeah, going for all your networks and all, so, yeah, it's just a matter of getting everything set up and right, but, yeah, I'm going to think and I might do the hotspot myself, yeah, high powered. I've got the 2YT with Open Duty 77 on it, so yeah, I might turn that over into a hotspot and make myself a gateway as well. So yeah, but still thinking about I don't really need it all that, but just for something to do. So I've been playing around a little bit with 6 meters. And things like that, and different sorts of antennas on that. But yeah, this way, Chris, it's time for me to wander off. It's I think I was up at about 5. Because I had to get up that little house. So you guys will probably be on, so turn on her. I'll just have half an hour. I'm heading back to bed. Yeah, yeah. The winter over here is quite cool. It's I think it's only about 3 degrees over here at the moment, but it's better than 30, that's for sure. But yeah, we're accustomed to the 30 degrees. We think 30 is just a nice day, perfect day. Not complaining. Only complain once to get it over 40. But with that one, Chris, I was going to say 7-3. I need to get back in the naughty van. Definitely can punch out a few more of those little Zs and say hi to John for us. And we shall catch up to you over the next few days anyway. We'll probably get on over the chat. Yeah, I'll drop in, give you a couple of shouts on here at given time, mate, over.
Like 7, Charlie Sierra, yeah, thanks very much there, Ron. And so, right, we are going to see if, well, we do got a call out, so we've got N0PAW watching the live stream and N7HNQ watching the live stream as well. So we get how to do a mention. And so, of course, we'll see if anyone else does want to join us on the radio, though. And if you'd like to join us, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and then over. M6 DQD, Pablo, North Georgia. Yeah, good evening, Chris. Good evening, Ron, and everyone else. I'm just doing some work in the background. I've been listening, so I just wanted to just come in at the end there. So take this as my only overburst from M6 DQD. Charlie Sierra, okay, Pablo, I will mark you as just listening. And yeah, thanks for coming in there. And so, yeah. So, we go rain, well, let's see if anyone else does want to join us. I was going to say go rain, but I put in a call sign that was off the live stream. And so, that was KR4IDJ. And so, if anybody else would like to check in on radio, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. And over. Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. And so, right, we're going to go back up to the top of the list. And we're 20 minutes away, but yeah, I'll leave it up to the net members because there's not so many of us here. I mean, there's no football games on, but there's lots of highlights, isn't there? And because they're not on till, well, they might have be starting, I think, all the warm-ups and stuff. For the television and stuff. So we will go right, and of course it's hot, so yeah, people can dry out in their gardens, and if people's hotspots aren't working because they are hot, then yeah, that's another one as well. So yeah, over to you there, Steve. GW5, COG.
DW5 returning. Yeah, well, my hotspot's obviously nothing hot at the moment. It's still quite warm in our house. We've got an old stone story in the house, so it acts a bit like a storage heater. So when it first gets hot, it stays cool. But then when all the stones warm up and the heat goes away, the house is still very warm. Maybe, it's been cooler today, and it's a little cooler than it was yesterday, so we've had a bit of a relief from the severe hot weather. We followed all government advice, actually, something we've never really done before. And we closed all the windows and shut all the curtains and sat in the miserable dark all day. But it does work, actually. The house was much cooler than it would be. I did actually go outside a couple of times and do a little job, but it was so humid. That was the worst thing. I was just a ball of sweat, and I couldn't stay outside for more than a few minutes or do any activity for more than a few minutes. But today and yesterday, the humidity is much lower. We've had a bit of a cooling breeze has appeared, so that's helped. So it's much better now. Anyway, when we were a 4-hour drive to North London and a 3-and-a-bit-hour drive from West London home, we don't normally use the air conditioning in the car. Number one, it's if your fuel consumption go up, isn't it? And it's too expensive anyway at the moment. But the other thing is, whenever I have put it on, the wife says, "Oh, it makes my arms cold," and makes me turn it off. But she relented because it was so hot. So we had the air conditioning blasting out both legs of the journey. So that was really good. The worst thing is, like, when you open the door and like hot air knocks you over. You forget that it's not that temperature outside. So we're probably running out of things to say now, Chris. So perhaps next will be the 73. Back to you then.
Okay, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much, Steve. And so we will go right to Ragchew Net. You use that.
TG6, what's the group? Yeah, I'm like you, Steve. I was 1900. So it's XRN or one before. But anyway, yeah, it was nice and cool to begin with. But as the alternator have gone on and on, it started off and then stayed off. So yeah, we've had blind stores. We have these plantation blinds on all of it. So it was nice and easy to blank it all off, and yeah, it was brilliant really. It does have it. So because look, without the blinds, you go upstairs and it's unbearable. So it's been very hard to sleep. So there we go. What else was there? Yeah, run 732. That's the year on. And what else was there? Yeah, okay, I'll call it quits there. And I'll pass it back to you, Chris. M7CCS, T0, use it.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Thanks very much, Madam, answering questions on licensing and how to get a license, and as well. And of course, there is football tonight. It's 7 p.m. He was very informative and sending a link in the little chat box. So I'm going to try and find that little chat box. There it is. So yeah, England versus Panama, 7 p.m. Kickoff. We need some goals to get through. Start at 8:45, then kick off at 10 p.m. So that gets that right there. And Andy was also out there on the TikTok live stream as well. And $100 as well, football tonight as well. And my boys are at the pub with me. they're working again. Of course they're working it, while it was on the telly and stuff. But yeah, I did have a little look through, because I knew there'd been some games at times when the soaps are on and stuff like that, and it kind of would go inside and clash with the Ragchew. Yeah, thanks very much for that. So, it was delivery time, right? So, we will go around to Ross G0 and use that. And then I reckon we'll have 7 free range on the next. So we won't call anyone in after all. Yeah, it is getting a bit hot here. If I actually feel under the desk, yeah, they need a bit more on the radio. And the fans blowing some hot air on there. Not really what you want. And yeah, I'm wearing shorts, I don't normally wear those either. So it must be hot. And my workstation was, yeah, it's pushing 37 degrees today, outside in the back garden. Yeah, that was, I don't know whether the sun was shining directly on the sensor might have affected that, but, yeah, it pretty much, it felt like it. And of course the hottest day was meant to be yesterday. We're going to have thunder and lightning today, but, we've had about 15 raindrops. And it stopped. So over to you there, Ross. G0. Use that.
G0, use that. I don't know what's looking, because I've just been on, Chris, but never mind. Well, about it, I'll stay on. I'll finish off here. It must be the heat. Yeah, we're expecting a more hot day tomorrow, and then it's going to cool down for Monday, I think. But it's not cooling down a great deal. I think it's going down to about 24, 25. So we shall see. So yeah, don't forget I may or may not be there next week. We'll have to see. And I'll say 7 please now. Back around to you, Chris. M7CCS, G0, use it.
Yeah, like 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I reckon, yeah, it might be all following suit as well. But, yeah, we will now go round to Ron, VK3, and JR. Okay, I reckon Ron is GF on 2356, or if frequency the week. Right, so there was nothing heard there. So we will go round to Steve GW5VOG, yeah, we'll get yours 7 free. And of course, yeah, there's not that food in I can't wait to have it. So we're having a fake wake up tonight. And yeah, butter chicken. It smells lovely going up the stairs, and of course, it had to go in the oven, so I put it in just before starting the Ragchew Net and the live stream, knowing that it'd be near ready when we finish the Ragchew. And I've heard some banging around, so I think Donald will be in the kitchen, so it probably will be ready for me as well, which is good. So yeah, every good man needs a good lady behind him. Hi. So, GW5 VOG running to you for your 7 free. GW5 returning. Thank you, Chris. For some reason I didn't get you on DMR. I don't know. Last over.
you're showing up on your dashboard, but not listening to me radio, so I'm not sure what happened there. So you will have noticed I've switched over to cqnorthwest, which appears anywhere, okay, which is good. So I have a few problems with updating and things like that. I seem to lose the link. I didn't think it was the loo. If it was between 7 and 8 o'clock, I always used to turn on the squirrel net on the northwest using the loo. Not going in because I can hardly walk, never mind talk at that time of the morning, and but just to test whether my system was working and hear that. So but I haven't been bothered with that recently. Probably because the Sunday computer keeps turning it off. Anyway, it's been quite a good net tonight, despite the lack of a few of our regulars, I think we could be safe to say. One special one, Michael, that's going to be better soon. And of course, we've missed his food porn. We haven't had a single thing about food tonight. We haven't actually been doing a lot of cooking because it's been too hot, so we've been having sandwiches and stuff like that. So maybe that's why no food porn came up, no one's eating much. Yes, and the lack of any people over in the US tonight was more than made up with by having Ron in Australia. I think that kept up the international flavour. So thank you for being that controller and look after us, Chris. And with that, I'll say thank you to everybody, and back to you, M7CCS from W.D.R.G.
Yeah, I'm covering Cheshire. Thank you very much, Steve. And thank you for being informative that Ron was going back to bed as well. Yeah, multitasking. When you're reading comments from two different directions and playing radio, yeah, it's a big challenge. But I appreciate the reviews and stuff like that over that side of the live stream, unfortunately. And because I'm not on camera on that bit at the moment. So, of course, yeah, I will say 7-3. But before we do, we have to try and not time out on this last over, and we're 37 seconds into it already. So, in the net tonight, the Saturday Ragchew Net, we had myself, Mike 7 at Charlie Sierra. I'm in San Gloucester. GW5 at POT, Steve in the Canal Fair in Morgan, Wales. G0 EZ Rod in Cottingham, England. M7NDN was on TikTok and then came on the radio, and we found out he's an England Ethan from Liverpool. Gone via YouTube. And we had him 70MH City, and was listening from Minsterworth. K25G was on TikTok watching. PK3MJR from Craigburn, Victoria, Australia was on with us. M0PAW was on TikTok. M7HNQ was on TikTok. M6DQB came in and said hi, hello, and was listening. I also said 7-3 at the end of that, so we will mark that. And KR4IDJ was on the TikTok as well. Yeah, that's all good. I will say 7-3. I will kill the live stream and the live feed on the YouTube. Yeah, hello, you found me. I subscribed to you. So, yeah, thanks very much there, Benny. And of course, that is the name over on TikTok. But, yeah, we have the call sign over on YouTube. So, all good. So, 7 Friel, and, yeah, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're, over on the other one that I'm now addressing now and looking at, yeah, it'll touch screen like and follow. 7 Friel, and we've done it without actually hitting the time, 7 Friel.